Good morning, everybody. I am just as shocked as you are that at 4 a.m. a black man can actually be up and not be late somewhere. Well, I got a three-lake situation, and I know that the Facebook groups for the lakes of fishing don't really like you to post on their groups unless you are about their lakes. But I got a three-lake situation. Lake Fork happens to be the lake that I would love to be fishing, but it's got a lot going on with the big tournaments and the guys still fishing out there. Lake Ray Hubbard is the lake that I live on, and I'm getting ready to throw a meet and greet for a fish fry for us all get together and meet one another and get off of the computer. And it just so happens Lake Lavon is going to be the double-digit less today of crappie that's going to sponsor the whole thing. So I hope each one of you guys don't mind when I post this on each one of your sites, because each one of you got a little bit to do with it. Let's go get some thumb therapy. Somebody say, hey, womp, 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 womp. Womp, womp, womp. Wait a minute. 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 I'm going to tell you something. If I had my chance to tell you, Lake Lavon wore me out. I didn't win. Lake Lavon won. So, Lake Lavon, in my mind, got the best of me. Man, it was a rough day. I mean, bad, hard bite. I had to leave the lake to go get minnows. I went and got a half a pound of minnows to come up with what you see here, minus about 6 or 7 fish that I caught with jigs. It was a rough bite. It was crazy because the fish was so deep into the brush, you had to make a choice. And the choice was, if you went down into the brush and didn't get a fish, you were going to lose the jig because you were going to get hung up. Or you had to try to fish on top of the brush and only the babies were biting. This is a 3-lake video because most people don't want you to post on their stuff if it's not about their lake. I would have fished Lake Fork, but they got a tournament out there and there was a lot of boats. Why is Lake Fork on this video, or why is Lake Fork copied on this Facebook group? Because without Bishop jigs, I would not have caught these fish. Yup, Bishop jigs. Every jig I threw down there, it was a sacrifice on whether I kept it or I lost it. Because if it didn't come out of the brush with the fish, I was not going to be able to catch a fish. It wasn't until it dawned on me to use Bishop's jigs. Bishop, I'm going to do a video one day on your jigs, because I mean this as a compliment. Your jig is not the most favorable jig for me to look at. Please don't take that in a negative way. It's being honest. People are making jigs and they're hooking people. Bishop makes jigs that hook fish. Bishop doesn't use a sickle hook, and all of my jigs have sickle hooks for the most part. He uses just a plain round hook, but when they get on, they do not get off. Out of about 50 fish, since I bought his jigs, I've not lost one fish. It's a jungle trying to get it out of their mouth, but trying to get them to shake the hook. Once they're on, they're on. So I want to say thank you, Bishop. Lake Fork, that's why you're there. Ray Hubbard, why are you on here? Because we're trying to do a catch and cook, or we're just going to have a cookout so we can do a meet and greet, and we're going to get to know one another and get our asses off of internet. Lake Lavon, why are you here? Because these are your fish. They have some healthy fish in that lake. But it's a hard lake to fish. So, at the end of the day, they got the best of me. But I'll be back.